Oh, hello there. What the hell is wrong with me? I don't know. That's the thing. We're on this journey together. What's wrong with this guy? There's going to be a lot of episodes. There's going to be over 75 for sure. Jobs are popping up that I had forgotten about. It's crazy. Hey there, welcome to Mr.JobHopper. Welcome to episode 2. We delved into quite a bit yesterday's episode. Hopefully you enjoyed episode 1. I know I've been getting a lot of good feedback on it, and it's amazing. You know, I hope people enjoy it. I mean, obviously, I'm expecting some flack because, you know, that's the way the world is these days. But I was just always searching for something. I'm starting to find that maybe you don't find your happiness from work. It just sucks because doesn't it seem like it's 60% of it or something is work? It was the other way around where I'd be getting maybe 20% of work, 4-hour shifts, 7 days a week, maybe. I could do that. I think I could do that, 4 hours. It's the whole 8 hours thing that's always bothered me. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy episode 2. So it could be more than 75 at this point. So I've had a lot of jobs, a lot of experience, and like I said, I've met a lot of different people, met a lot of different bosses. I think this is important to repeat in every episode. I'm just searching for a meaning. Maybe I put too much emphasis on work, but it seemed that when I started work at a young age, it was very important to work. It seemed like that was the pressing thing to do. So I put a lot of value into work. And if I'm not working or if I'm not doing what I like, I feel like the rest of my life is worthless. You know, I was mentioning that I didn't want this to be like a resume where I had to remember everything in order. Things are popping up. My wife / partner / life partner / common law / she helps me out a lot. She knows my past. She comes up with jobs that I completely forgot about. It's just crazy. It was hard to come up with to figure out if this was the right job. So right off the bat, I'm starting off going like, whoa, it could have been this job. It could have been this job. And it fits within this time frame. That's how I'm remembering through years in high school, memories, things that help me refer to where I might have worked at the time. So I'm trying to just go with my brain, and the second one was a little bit difficult. So enjoy episode 2, but I'll get to all the jobs. Hopefully you guys enjoyed episode 1 where I was a cafeteria runner. Now, guess what I'm doing? You'll see next. Thanks a lot, guys. Let's do it. Episode 2. Alright, so let's dig into it. I worked at the Saint Laurent Mall here in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. So the second job I had was working at a place called Delightfully Donuts and Chicken Connection. Right off the bat, when I say that, I'm thinking management. Management was the problem right off the bat. Oh, at least in my opinion. Right off the bat, I could sense that there was something wrong with the manager. So anyway, this was a donut shop. So kind of like a Tim Hortons mixed in with a KFC, all in one. If you're from the area, you probably remember they're in the Saint Laurent Mall. It was down on the first floor. So I had been referred by my friend Annie. Annie is a gem. She's my friends I've known the longest. And back then it would be cool to refer me because there was no, there was no information about me yet. I would highly think Annie would refer me today, and I wouldn't even ask. That's the sad part about it. Other than that, I think it was called Delightfully Donuts / Chicken Connection, which is, like, stupid right off the bat. So, like I said, they sell KFC-type chicken, like the real good stuff. Really good chicken with good topping on it, very, very fatty, very good. And the donuts were top-notch. Can't say anything about the product. Product was awesome. The people I worked with were people from my high school. I believe there was a Tanya there. She was cool. She was a cool girl. We knew each other from school. And then there was Annie. Annie worked downstairs at the other location. I think it was just donuts down there. And the chicken was up in the food court. But like I said earlier, all I could remember is management. And I'm not going to name names. Yeah, so his name was Danny. Cool guy. He was of Asian descent. He was Chinese, I believe. Always had his family around. His 2 little kids, I remember them. I remember exactly what they looked like. They came to the shop a lot. They were learning the business. I remember it'd be extremely busy and stressful. Lunch hour, especially at the mall, food court. Right off the bat, I'm noticing that back then, didn't deal very well with people. Even though people tell me I'm one of the most people person they know. You know, I can speak to anyone. I can do stand-up comedy. I go in front of a crowd. I don't mind. I don't mind public speaking. I don't mind being out in front of people. Doing this even. Kind of feel comfortable. What I don't feel comfortable is a line of people, of humans that are looking for food, that are hungry, that are stressed out. We got to get the order right or else, you get it pretty bad. Back then, people were were rude. So I just felt stressed, and it was always because I wanted to do a good job. So I'm starting to think now, well, why is that? Why was I so worried about doing a good job? I'm a total yes man. Like, I do everything. Everything I'm told, and I do it well. Jobs, I don't get fired. It's just not the way it is. I quit. I don't get fired. I do good job, even too good at times, as you're gonna probably tell throughout. I excelled at everything I did. There was a bit of issues with logistics, you know? When you try, you're a 15, going on 16-year-old kid trying to tell a boss what to do, they don't really like it. They don't really listen to you. They think you're a kid and you don't know any better. Like, for example, club sandwiches were crazy there. People love club sandwiches, and the way we made them was 3 slices. 3 slices. That's the way you make a club. That's the way you make it with the toothpicks and everything. This guy had everything. He had the product. He had everything. What he was missing was the one component that would have made everything better. Club sandwiches are going like crazy on Saturday. Like, everybody wants one. He's got everything. Like I said, he's got the product, the chicken, the bacon, the lettuce. Everything's pre-cooked. Everything's awesome. We're good. We even have enough staff, which is like super rare. You don't get that today. I won't name names, but you know, some places you try to go to and just to get a coffee now, and it's a big deal. And I live in Canada, so figure it out. Okay, we're hammering out some club sandwiches. I guess I didn't do so well that day. And like I said in episode 1, when you're younger, starting new jobs, you're a little bit complacent. You're a bit like, what the hell's going on? So I get a call, I think a couple of days later, from Danny. Tells me that I need to pick up my pace when it comes to club sandwiches. And he said, I'm giving you a couple of shifts or else you're gone. I was like, holy smokes. Okay, so a couple of days goes by. I'm working the weekend, club sandwich time. Here we go, 11, 12 o'clock, noon, high noon, you know, and here they come, club sandwiches. And again, I was falling behind, but I kept thinking there's something wrong here. In my opinion, the biggest problem there was the toaster. He had a 3-slice toaster and a 2-slice toaster. That was everything. To me, I could see it. I could just see it going, that's the problem. Staff is there, product's there, but the logistical part of the system wasn't there. And I could even tell. So I told him that on the phone when he called me back. He says, I'm giving you one more shot. One more day. If you can't do the Sunday and the next day, you're going to have to go. What do you think I did? You guys have known me now for 1 episode. What do you think I did? So that was the Saturday during the day. I was slowed down. I even questioned the 5 slices of toast. I said, why can't we have 6 going at the same time? That would be much better, because you're always waiting for one toast, right? You're always waiting for one toast. I don't need to be tested in front of this guy anymore. He put enough stress on me. I told him what I thought the problem was. He didn't want to listen. So I quit. I felt a lot better that day. Unfortunately, telling my mom, my poor mom, who's had to deal with me my whole life, I just said I quit. I just quit. It was just better. It was just better that way. And some jobs I regret as I got older, quitting, I regret a lot. Like, I get feelings, like terrible feelings, like stuff that I don't even really know how to explain. But back then, I didn't care. I was like, screw you. I tried to help. So you tell me, do you think I was right? Do you think that the 5 slices was the problem? Yes, it was the problem, because I was doing a good job. I'm telling you. People were even telling us the delay in that extra slice. When the people know it, the staff knows it, but the management doesn't want to open their ears, that's the problem. That's the problem. So I think, let me know what you think anyway. So I just quit. It was just easier to quit, and I was kind of smart enough to know that at first when you quit, it's easy. You can get another job. You're a student, you're young, they understand, things are happening. But you can't have this happening in your life, and unfortunately it has. Other than that, this was a quick job. I don't remember it being, very long, maybe 6 months to a year. Had plans with that job. I'm remembering that pretty vividly. Like, maybe I worked a year there, 1.5 years. Something like that. Not too bad, actually. As I was younger, I lasted longer. So I had plans to go on trips and starting to know what money is like at that age. Starting to like the money, so work wasn't bad. You went out and you did it. When I quit that Chicken Connection Delightfully Donut place, I was like, I'll get something else. There was no worries. And I think that's pretty normal for everybody. There's no worries at first. And some people are not worried because they don't do that. I ask myself a lot of questions sometimes, like when I look around at the, let's say, baby boomers and before. Man, they stayed at their jobs all their lives. They did it. Pretty fantastic. I get a bit of anxiety to think about that. I know my mom used to say stuff like, why can't you get a job with the government? You'll be good there. And, I wanted more than the government, I guess. Like I said, I think I have a problem with high standards. I put high ceilings. Very hard to achieve, so I get down. So I'm trying to work on that. But it doesn't seem like it's working. Now, was there like a cool vibe working at the mall? For sure. I remember it as a kid going like, this is cool, I'm working at the mall. I'm working where I like to hang out. I don't remember it being that fun anymore. It wasn't what they make it out to be, like in the movies, like Mallrats or Beverly Hills 90210, all that stuff, going to the mall. But working it, kind of a different perspective. You're like, they were all my friends. I can't go out, can't have fun. Don't remember any parties back then. Just like I said, a really good friend of mine, Annie, who since grade 3 has been a friend of mine. She worked there and made a few friends, but nothing that lasted a lifetime. Thing I noticed with jobs, and that I'm going to mention probably a lot on this journey through my careers, is that the friendships didn't really last through work. Even though you assume they might, maybe they do after long amounts of time together. Maybe if you're with someone 15 years, same job, same place, maybe that's where it works out, and that's what I've been missing. Another thing I think about a lot is what have I missed? If I would have just stayed a couple of more months, another year or so, would I have, it's like deciding to take the left, go to the left or go to the right. When you have a stop sign there, you're like, well, which way do I go? I wonder if I've done the right thing. They all lead to here right now, though. I'm talking to you here. If there's anybody else that feels the same way, please subscribe to my channel. Let's chat, let's talk, let's figure this thing out. Like I mentioned before, patterns and cycles are everything. Everything, and if we could break them and retool them, that's what we want to do and talk it out. So really, there was nothing great about that job per se. As a ranking, it was stressful, well maintained, well cleaned. There's nothing wrong except directly the owner, and it was just one guy, owner, manager, and he made good money. He made mad money, I think. There was nothing really bad about it, just that I didn't like the pressure and the deadline on it. It was just kind of weird. So yeah, so I think there's nothing much more to say about it. So as a job, a ranking, it was like again a 4 out of 10. No, actually, you know what? It was better than the other one. So like it's a 5 out of 10 to work there as a kid. Just the pressure of like having 20, 30 people in line. It always happens. It's always the way it is. It doesn't change in a mall, food court. That's just the way it is. So anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying this. Just would definitely keep subscribing and liking, commenting. Other than that, I think Delightfully Donuts and Chicken Connection, I don't really feel much from it. As you'll see, some will have way more emotions attached to it, way more stories. Some are just plain, because that's what it is. Just a plain Jane job that you just need to do. But at this point, I know I'm not as angry. I knew that at 15, 16 years old, you should start working, 16, 17. It's really, really crazy. It's embarrassing, like I said, but at the same time, I'm just trying to be humble and come out with it, get it off my chest. Not a bad thing. A lot of people know me around town, or like my friends, they know I've let go of jobs. My family knows, everyone knows, but I'd like them to understand me a little bit more. That's all, where I'm coming from. It's not a laziness, because you don't get 75 to even possibly 80, 85 jobs being lazy. Some I can absolutely say with 100% certainty that I was super happy that I quit. And you're probably happy for me too. And there's some that you're going to go, what were you doing? Anyhow, I hope you guys are enjoying this. Alright guys, thank you. Take care. Have a good night.